morning. So now that I had an overnight to think about it and sleep on it, I figure I'll go ahead and update. So the car's for sale. What it boils down to, as a roller, no motor. We went to Tazewell last night for the big $21,000 to win super late model race. Obviously not in the classic. We were 600 to win, but it was televised on Flow Racing, big deal. I had 5 people coming with me, 4 of which had never even been to a dirt track race, so they were real excited to see me racing and just being at the track. So pit passes were not cheap for a big race like that, so it was well over $200 just to get us in the door. So I'm running a 602 crate motor, in this car, which our local rules dictate that only a 305 is legal in the classic cars. And it is what it is, but every other classic division in the country runs a mix of different engines, and then we have different weight penalties per engine. Because 305s haven't been made for 20-something years. And to build a 305 to be competitive from a reputable engine builder in our area is anywhere between $9,000 and $12,000. And there's no resale value of a built 305. Nobody wants a damn 305. So you're stuck with it. And so I wasn't willing to do that. I wasn't willing to invest that much money. And then, well, actually, that's a lie. I had put the down payment on with a local engine builder. And then some folks came up to me in the classics and they said, hey man, why don't you, there's a 602 for sale, why don't you buy that, throw that in there. And for those of you who don't know, 602 is just the casting number on a 350 crate engine. It's sealed by GM, and so it's locked into a certain amount of horsepower pretty much. And I make less power, this engine makes less power than a built 305 does. Not to mention I have still a 2-barrel carburetor on there, and I'm running on pump gas, or a mix of pump and 110 octane. And most of the time when people are running crate motors, they're running E85 and 4 barrels. So I'm choking the shit out of this engine basically. So I don't make it nearly as much power as any of the other classics do that are running built 305s. Hang on, there's a motorcycle going by. It's a beautiful, almost spring day here in East Tennessee. Anywho, so I put this motor in August of last year, and I only ran it a handful of times, 2 or 3 times, and then I crashed and broke the right side of the card, so that ended my season last year. But every race in it, I was getting a little bit faster and a little bit better, and I had actually qualified 3rd at one point last year at Tazewell. So I was, but every single race I got faster because last year was my rookie season, so I was learning as every race I was learning a little bit more. So last night during hot laps, I hot lapped 9th out of 15 cars, so I was right in the middle of the field, so it's not like I had any sort of crazy advantage. And the track tech came up to me and said that I was being visually protested, but they knew I had a crate engine in there, and because I've never hidden it, it wasn't some sort of sneaky surprise. We were trying to see if it was a viable engine to replace the 305s in this car, or at least give people the option. So I let them visually protest, of course, and then he said, well, I can't let you run that. I said, well, okay. He goes, but because you came here and you brought people and you're always talking up the class and overall a nice guy, I'll let you qualify, but you got to start in the back and don't interfere with the race, and you can get your tow money. I said, okay, that's reasonable. I was a little annoyed, but I kind of knew it was coming, so it wasn't too big a deal. So after we packed the track and did our hot laps, I was getting ready to climb in the car, get ready for qualifying. They came up to me again, and the local guy, Hot Rod, I'm just going to name drop him because I don't even care anymore. Hot Rod, who I bought this car from, by the way, he decided that it wasn't good enough that I was even allowed to run. The irony being that he had a crate motor in one of his cars, because he's got a handful of classics. He's still got 4 or 5 classic cars. And he said because I brag about my engine. I'm not bragging. I was making it open and transparent so that everybody understood what I was trying to do for the class to grow us and give us better options, cheaper options, so we weren't all having to spend stupid amount of money on an engine nobody wants. And yeah, so because he kept raising a fuss, they went ahead and black flagged me and said, no, you can't even take it back on the track, you need to leave. And so but the track was actually real reasonable, and they gave me a refund for all of my pit money that I put in, because since there was no point in me even being there anymore, then I just left. So I had to miss out on watching the super late models run, and hell, watching the classics run, my class. So you know, overall just a real crappy night. So I'm done with the politics. I've been working so hard to get this class growing, and more people involved, and more tracks involved, more sponsorship. And I had a big money race planned in June with sponsors and everything. I've already canceled it. So you know, I hate it for all the good folks in the class that are left, but it is what it is. You got to run by Hot Rod's rules. If you do not conform to Tazewell, if you want to run your car anywhere else but Tazewell, then you're going to be a target. Hot Rod's going to come after you. So it's his decision. He wants only 6 cars to run at one track, and that's supposedly some sort of healthy class of racing. Not to me, but it's not my problem anymore. So the 57F will be transferred to some new car. I got to sell this roller first. I got to obviously take my motor out of it, since it's not a legal motor for the car, and sell it as a roller. Someone else can buy it, and hopefully have fun with it. It is fun. I'm going to miss it so much. This car, I've put a lot of work into it. It's real well balanced. It rides real good. So someone should have some fun with it, but it won't be me.